Ezekiel, yes, I'm going to talk about my personal experiences with my own mental health and how I managed to get around it and become the most amazing person I can be today and still be here, you know. So yes, if Ezekiel can do it, anybody can do it, you know. Right then, anybody who's going to pop into the live who wants to speak? But first, I'd just like to go do a big shout out to the Samaritans, you see. I'm not too sure if you can see this one, so I'm going to have to turn this camera around. Here are the Samaritans, guys. These are the peoples at this place, this organization that helped save Ezekiel. So here we are. Samaritans, wherever you're facing, we're here to listen. Call free today on 116-123. They literally helped save Ezekiel, you know. Yes, in my time of crisis, they were there for Ezekiel. And I personally would like to thank the Samaritans, the organization, for helping Ezekiel. I really am very grateful, you know. Thank you all for joining the live. For those who have just joined, let me introduce myself. I'm your friendly, interdimensional extraterrestrial, Ezekiel, yes. And if you just landed on this live, we're doing a mental health awareness week at Spiritual Awakening. Yes, I'm talking about my personal experiences with my own mental health. So guys, double tap the screen. It'll help. Double tap the screen and it'll let me know how many people are in here as well, see? So we're going to be talking about my own personal experiences with my own mental health, you see. Yes, a little while back I was actually homeless, living on the streets, you see. This is actually a true story, you know. And I was messing around with substances I shouldn't have been messing around with. And now I'm a completely different person altogether, and now I want to help try and save the world and make it a better place, one step at a time. And that is all by helping you lovely humans, you see, because I've been through it, I really have, and now it's time to help give back to you lovely humans. So I'm here to listen to anybody who's having a hard time or just needs somebody to speak to. I am here for you. All the time, guys. Honestly, you only just got to comment for Ezekiel. Comment, and I'm going to speak to you guys. I really am. So, if you're all wondering who the Samaritans are that helped Ezekiel, this is it. This is it, guys. Samaritans, whatever you're facing, we're here to listen. So you can call them. Call free, day or night on 116-123, guys. And honestly, it's a really good idea to do that if you're ever feeling like you need to do anything like that, to ring somebody to speak to them. It really would help, you know. It helped Ezekiel speaking to the Samaritans because when I was in my crisis and I believed that there was no one there for me, I reached out. For the first time in my life, I actually reached out for help because I didn't want to get any help, you see. But Ezekiel knew it was important to get the help, so I rang the Samaritans on that number, 116-123. Call free day or night. It's free. And they helped Ezekiel just like they can help you too, because you matter. You matter to Ezekiel. Ezekiel loves you. Ezekiel loves every single one of you humans, and I want you humans to do well in this world, you know. So someone drop a comment down below so I know that you're all here. Come on, guys. Anybody like a cup of tea? Ezekiel's going to make a little... Actually, I'm going to make a coffee. So if anybody would like to put a comment down below, I'll make you a coffee with me. Who would like a coffee and a chat? Come in and speak to Ezekiel. If there's anybody there that would like to speak to Ezekiel, don't be afraid. Ezekiel does not bite. Drop a comment below and I'll speak with you. Yes. Come on now, guys. Double tap the screen or hit the like button down by here, which will like the live. It'll really help Ezekiel out. If you're feeling that you can't comment or anything like that, it's fine. You can just listen. It's not a problem, you know, guys. Ezekiel is here for you guys. I really am, you know. Okay, so I'm going to make a little bit of a coffee now. So I'm just going to put some water into the kettle, guys. So the first person to comment is going to get a cup of tea with Ezekiel. So make sure you comment, guys, if you want a cup of tea. And I'll make you one just for you with how many sugars you'd like to. Right then, just fill it at the kettle, guys. 2 seconds. There we go. Right then. Who wants to have a cup of tea then, guys? let me know in the comments who's having a cup of tea. So we'll have a cup of tea and a chat, we will. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my mental health back in the day when I was in my crisis. So I was made homeless. I lost my job in 2018. And my life plummeted into using substances to numb the pain, and doing those substances also affected my health to the point where I now, still to this day, have an autoimmune problem where I get rashes on my skin. You know, I didn't look after myself that much. So, yeah, so it caused a lot of problems to my body, but I'm eating good now. I have good friends and family around Ezekiel, so I'm feeling a lot better and a lot more positive these days about everything, you know. And I thought it'd be a great idea to come onto the lives and do a mental health awareness week, you know, because I think it's very important to talk about these topics, because just like Ezekiel, I didn't want to talk, and that was my problem, that I was locking everything up inside and not telling people that Ezekiel was actually hurting on the inside. And I think to speak to somebody like, you know, at the Samaritans, I think that gave me time to pause and reflect and realize that, you know, there are people out there that actually care, you know. So that's, you know, how my mental health started when I lost my place I was living at, you know. And I got into a lot of debt. And Thor unknown, I want pizza real bad. Do you, Thor? Do you know what? Because you've commented, Thor, you're the first person who's going to be getting a cup of tea. Oh, sorry, a coffee. Oh, it's up to you what you'd like. Tea or coffee, Thor? Let me know in the comments and I'll make you one right now. I'm about to make one, you see, Thor. So I can make you one too. This will be your mug. Okay? That'll be your mug, it will. I'm just going to get the coffee. Here we go. Coffee. So then, okay, you want a coffee, do you, Thor? Not a problem. Okay. So, Thor, this week is Mental Health Awareness Week. Are you aware of Mental Health Awareness Week? Have you ever seen these things before? Because I think it's very important for us to talk about these things, you know. On here, Pickle Rick. I like that. You're funny, you know, you are. I like that, though. Right then. Okay then, guys. I've got a coffee in this one too. How many sugars would you like, Thor? 1. Let Ezekiel know in the comments. You want 2? Not a problem. I'll give you 2. I don't like too much water in my coffee. There's yours. Okay. And 2 sugars, is that right? Okay. 2 sugars for you, Thor. See, if anyone else had commented, you would have had a cup of coffee like this, you know. Very special, you know, to have a cup of coffee with Ezekiel. So, 1, 3, yes? Okay, there we go. Would you like a dash of milk in there? Just a dash of milk? Let Ezekiel know. Thank you all for joining the live. Those of you who just joined the live, let me introduce myself. I am your friendly, interdimensional, extraterrestrial Ezekiel, yes! And you've just landed on my live. Mental Health Awareness Week at Spiritual Awakening. Yes, I'll be talking about my personal experiences. Yes, milk, okay. 2 seconds, I just got to get some milk for Thor. There we go. A little bit of milk in there for you, Thor. There we go. Just give it a little stir, of course. There we go, Thor. I hope you enjoy it. I really do. So, guys, we're talking about Mental Health Awareness Week. So, the Samaritans were there for Ezekiel when I was in my time of crisis. I rang them, you know. So, whatever you're facing, they're here to listen to you. So, you can call free day or night on 116-123. I'm going to show you now. It's on my other phone, look. Can you see it, guys? The Samaritans. These are the guys that were here for Ezekiel when I was in time of crisis, you know. So you're not alone. You really are not alone, guys. I'm speaking from experience, you know. Experience. Okay. Is there anyone else in the chat now who'd like to comment? Put a comment below. Never had to deal with mental till now. Hope so. Yes, well, you see, the thing is though, right? There's always a good lesson to be learned through all of these things, you see. Juliet, hello, welcome to the live Mental Health Awareness Week. Thank you for joining. Ezekiel really appreciates it, you know. Thank you for commenting. What a legend you are. I hope you all subscribed as well. And tap the screen on the like so we can like the live, please, guys. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Ezekiel then? Anybody? Oh, that's a nice coffee, that one. How are you doing anyway again, Juliet? It's nice to have you back at the live, it is. Come on then, guys. Anyone have any questions for Ezekiel? Concerning mental health or anything? Do you feel extremely hot inside that big bull head? Yes, very hot. I'm glad you're doing great, Juliet. That's really nice to hear that, you know. Anyone like to ask Ezekiel any more questions? Maybe concerning my mental health or anything like that? Or would you like to speak about your own? Or an experience? I'm here to listen, you know. This is a safe space for you all to speak whatever you want to speak, as long as it's within the guidelines of the YouTube policy, you know. But yeah, guys, come on. Double tap the screen like the live, guys. Oh yeah, tell about your mental health. Okay, so guys, my mental health declined back in 2018 when I was made, well, I lost my job, you see. Yes. And basically, I ended up using substances and abusing myself. And I ended up going down that road, and it gave me a lot of bad mental health, you know, and I was making some bad decisions. And eventually, I actually figured that when there was no one there for me in my crisis, there was only the Samaritans. And I rang them. I rang the number, and I spoke to the Samaritans, you know, and it stopped Ezekiel from feeling so depressed. So Ezekiel's antidepressant was the Samaritans, you know. That's all I needed, was someone to just talk to. Somebody to talk to and to listen to me, you know, because I had nobody. Ezekiel's an extraterrestrial and nobody really wanted to speak to me, you know, because everyone just scared of Ezekiel back then. I'm very kind and gentle, you know, as an extraterrestrial. I just, you know, but you humans do get scared of me sometimes. You suffer from depression, anxiety, and bipolar. Right, yes. I've been reading about those things, you know. It's most extraordinary to try and understand all these different things. I have been through anxiety, I have been through depression, and I have made attempts to unalive myself. And you know what? I'm glad that I made the choice of ringing the Samaritans, guys. I really did, you know. I'll just show you this number again, because if I didn't ring them, I would not be here today. I really wouldn't. And I swear that, hand on my heart, guys. So this is the Samaritans. There's the number, guys. Whatever you're facing, we're here to listen. Call free, day or night, on 116-123. Now, guys, honestly, I wouldn't be doing this live otherwise if I'm not a survivor of mental health, you know, and the unaliving side of it. That I don't want to say those words, you know, but guys, I am here. And I'm so glad that I am here and that I can be speaking to you now. I really am, guys. I'm actually welling up under this mask a little bit. Whew. I didn't think I'd break down a little bit, you know. But yeah, guys, I mean, I'm putting everything, all the truths and all the things about Ezekiel online for you guys to know, because, you know, I got no secrets to hide, and I think it's the best thing to be able to talk to somebody when you feel like you got no one to talk to, you know? And I'm so glad that you guys are stopping in the live to listen to Ezekiel. Thank you. Dude, you're here. You fought like a superhero. Absolutely killing it. Thor, thank you so much. I really appreciate you, And Juliet, Ezekiel loved you, okay? Whenever you feel down, please ring that number or come into the live and speak to Ezekiel. I really would really appreciate that, because we all cheer each other up. We really do. Thank you, Juliet. And thank you, Thor. Oh, I'm glad you're here today. Do not think I'm alive no more. Exactly, I don't, I really don't. I made the good decisions. Very good decisions in the end. I kept making bad decisions. And then Ezekiel made the best decisions. And now we're here. I appreciate all of you guys too, I'm literally crying into this mask. I'm literally crying right now, but it's okay, man. I mean, it's the best healing to talk about this stuff, So thank you. Mental Health Awareness Week, it's so important, that we all talk. Yes, good decisions, you see. Yes, because that's the thing about on planet Earth. See, we have all of you humans, even Ezekiel. See, we can make good or bad decisions. And when we make bad decisions, we've got to deal with the consequences. But when you stop making those bad decisions, you don't get the consequences that come with them. But sometimes you don't even need anything to happen, and you can just feel that way, and that's okay. Humans and extraterrestrials, we go through a biorhythm, and this biorhythm looks like a wave like this, okay? And it's a natural wave. And sometimes we're up here, we feel great, and sometimes we're down here and we feel low. But when we feel low, we've got to remember that we're riding the wave, and the wave will always bring us back up. Yes, but when you make better choices, the wave doesn't always come back down further. It stays up and goes up more. So when you make better choices, you ride the wave to a higher frequency, therefore bringing forth a better spiritual us. So guys, Mental Health Awareness Week with Spiritual Awakening really do care about all of you guys. So if you would like to share your experiences, or if you feel like you just want to chat or just to listen to Ezekiel, I am here. Put yourself down in the comments, guys, and Ezekiel will speak with you. I don't know if I had my finger over the mic on the phone then. Did everyone hear me correctly then? Let me know in the comments, guys. I do really appreciate you being in this live, though, guys. I do. Really show Ezekiel how much he feels loved, Thank you. Thank you, Juliet, for letting me know. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my time in crisis. So, when I was homeless, I lived on people's sofas. I've lived in abandoned buildings. I lived in the woods at one point. That was quite interesting, living in the woods when I was homeless, because it was summertime, boiling hot, so the woods was a really cool place to go, and I was catching fish in the daytime, and then I was cooking them in the woods. And then it started getting a little bit colder as the winter came along. Then, I had a car I could sleep in at the time. And then, I had to get rid of that because it just didn't work for me no more. And I couldn't use it or afford to run it or insure it or nothing. So that went. So then basically, yes, I ended up, getting to the point where I was like, right, I can't fix this next situation that's happening. I don't know what to do. So I looked for help. I was like, well, where can I get some help from? And right now I thought I was in a crisis, and I thought, you know what? I Googled it, and the Samaritans popped up. So I rang them. And at first I didn't say anything. They just, said they were there and they were ready when I wanted to speak. And at first I just couldn't get any words out of my mouth. And I think I hung up like once or twice until like the third time I actually spoke to them, and then everything changed. Things got a lot better for me after that, because they let me know, that there was different organizations like Mind the charity, who help people in crises like this also. you know, and I had to go and get off the substances I was taking too, so I had to go and see the doctor, which then told me to go to, which gave me the details for a local rehab. And yes, Ezekiel got clean. It took me years to do it, and I did it. And Ezekiel's so grateful that I got this opportunity to be able to do amazing things and to make my dreams come true, you know. So yeah, guys, I mean, I've literally been to the darkest parts of my life, and I'm still here. And you guys can do it too, you know. You really can. I believe in each and every single one of you. Days. I really am crying under here. Days. It feels so much better when I start talking, though, because I feel like I'm finally getting it all off my chest. So thank you all for listening, guys. It really does help. Thank you. Ezekiel really appreciates it. Thank you. Thank you, Juliet. General Bubblegum Pink. What do you mean? In here? I'm not too sure. Thank you, though, Juliet. Thank you. I'm proud of myself, too. Zani, thank you. Ezekiel loves you. I really do. Everybody, if you could, please, double tap the screen or just like the live. Please go and subscribe. It's free. It's free. And we're hoping that once the revenue starts getting better in here, because it's really not good right now, because I can't even pay the rent right now, you know. Ezekiel, it's not good. But anyway, so basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hopefully doing a lot of charity work, you know. And recently I've been hoping to try and collaborate with Samaritans. So hopefully they see this, Samaritans. I hope you see this and collaborate with Ezekiel. So everybody share it to Samaritans, please. That would be amazing if they could do that on social media. Really would. You know, Ezekiel wants to do a lot more good in this world, you know. Days. I really was welling up quite a bit under here then, guys. Thank you all for being there for Ezekiel. Ezekiel really does love you all, you know. Really appreciate you all. Let me put you all back up here a second, guys, so I can drink my coffee and speak to you over here as well, you know. Oh, right then, guys. Does anyone have any more questions, you know? So I've had a lot of therapy, you know, and I have chronic, I think it was a chronic depression or something like that at the time. And, you know, the best antidepressant for me at the time was just to speak to somebody, to let somebody know how I felt. And I found that worked for me more than anything else, you know. Anything else. And I think speaking really, really does help, guys. So, Saras, welcome to the live. Thank you. Aliens, yes, aliens. So it's mental health awareness week at the moment on Spiritual Awakening. So this live I'm going to be doing every single day for this week until the end of the week, and then we're going to see how it goes, and maybe we could carry these on weekly, maybe, you know, and do them once a week or twice a week. And, you know, just tune in so you guys can learn a little bit about Ezekiel and how I overcame mine. Yes, hi, Saras. It's a pleasure. It really is. Got 23 people in the live. Oh, I'm so grateful for you all. Thank you. Ezekiel, you make him so happy, you know. Ezekiel's so happy. Thank you. Right then, guys, I'm going to share some more of my mental health experiences with you guys, you know. So I had to go to rehab. And, you know, because of the type of substance that I was abusing at the time, there wasn't much help because I was doing the particular substance. So they basically just said that, you know, it's your own willpower that you have to use. It's not like when you come off smoking tobacco or anything like that, you know, the nicotine patches or nicotine gum. There was nothing for my struggles, you know. And, you know, I really did have to believe in myself to stop the circle of badness that I was doing. Let's put it that way. I was just constantly going around in a circle, doing the same thing, expecting different results, you know. And it just wasn't working for me, but I had to break the pattern. But I couldn't break the pattern until I realized there was a pattern. Yes. So, yeah. Shane, thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for joining the live, though. But, yeah, so if you would like to know some more, let's just ask, guys. I'll tell you even more about it all. Just put it down in the comments if you want to know some more. But I would love to hear some of your experiences too, guys, if you feel free to be able to talk about them. You know, it can be quite difficult to be able to talk about these things, but Ezekiel is here for you to listen to, you know, so you haven't even just got to talk, you could just listen. And just being in this live right now is actually making a better change in the world, because the vibration that I'm putting out right now, this frequency, is going to affect the quantum field in such a way that it's going to change this world for its better. It's going to be way better, guys. Everything's going to start changing. This channel is going to make the world a better place. It really is, you know. That's my plan anyway. Yes, exactly. Bye, messed up world, and hello to love and heaven on earth. Because heaven is literally on earth. We just got to make it that way. So below, so above, so below. All the thoughts in our mind create the reality right in front of us, you know. That's how divine you humans are. You don't realize how special you are. That's why it's going to be Ezekiel's job to help you understand how divine and special each and every single one of you individuals are. Yes, you all hold the power to make this world a better place. Your choices make better places. make this world a better place, you see. So let me try and share with you now an example of making a better choice, okay? Here we go. Example number 1. So Ezekiel wants to eat junk food all the time, but I know that Ezekiel is not going to be running on full speed eating junk food, you see, because it's bad for me. It's not good. You know, eating too much junk food is really, really not good, you know. So I had to stop doing that. And in order to do that, I had to start cooking. So I started cooking, you know. And I started cooking some of the most basic things. And then I cooked meals every day. And then I was eating very well. Then it got my health back to normalcy. So here we go. Mia, yes. Well, I mean, it's up to you to decide, really, what you think, if Ezekiel's real or not. It's down to your imagination, you know. But I'm not here to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. Come on. See? Open the damn door. What do you mean? You at the door? What do you mean? What do you mean by this? Phil the D. What is this? This is a mental health awareness week where Ezekiel's talking about his personal experiences with mental health. Would you like to hear some of them? I don't mind telling you guys. I'm not E.T., no, I'm Ezekiel. Close. And on Spiritual Awakening on this channel, we're doing a mental health awareness week. And I'm going to speak about my own personal experiences. So if you stick around, you're actually going to hear some of them, yes. Really, really interesting, you know. So guys, you don't need it. That's fair enough, you know. I really appreciate you being in the chat anyway. Thank you, Ezekiel, appreciate you. So guys, does anyone want a cup of coffee? You can have one here. The first person to say they would like a cup of coffee, I'll do you one right now, look. Have a coffee with Ezekiel in a chat. Come on, guys. How am I going to appreciate you? Just by being in the live and commenting. I appreciate you for being in the live. Sarah, hello. Thank you for being in the live again. I think I remember you. Welcome to Mental Health Awareness Week. That we're doing every single day on Spiritual Awakening for this week, because I want to talk about my personal experiences. And hopefully, you guys will hear some of these stories that I have to tell you about my own personal experiences. And I hope you get inspired by them to do good for yourself too, because I was making a lot of bad choices, you see, and dealing with substances I shouldn't have been dealing with, you know. So yes. So yeah, basically, yes. And I had to go to rehab, and I did rehab. I just saw you. You just saw my belly? What you mean? I'm ripped under here, you know. No, not really. That is funny though, I do like that. Fill the D. Yeah. Sarah? Oh, an actual belly, yes. You might have seen that, yes. So there, guys, okay. Who wants a cup of tea then? Who wants this cup of coffee, actually? Not a tea, it's coffee. Okay, there we go, guys. Here's your coffee. She's shocked by your belly, too. Probably. I'm also in a bad place. I'm 24, also dealing with substances I shouldn't be. Right, okay. Let me just drink this a second. Yeah, so my personal experience with the substance, nobody can actually tell me, like, you need to stop doing that. It wasn't like that for me. It was that I eventually thought to myself, do you know what, there are better choices. I don't want to go and ruin my head today and go and do something, And it was just a, the abusing part of it was trying to show me something. And me taking the substance was me trying to fix the problem by numbing it. Numbing the problem so I wouldn't think about it. But by doing that, all I did was compress it. Well, no, I depressed it. Because the idea about depression is, guys, we're told, as extraterrestrials, we're told that to have depression is that when you let things get out of hand. And then what you must do is compress. Yes, instead of depress, you compress. And the only way that you can compress these problems is by acknowledging that they're there. Once you know that they're there, then you can then sit and think, oh, what is this problem trying to show me? What can I learn from it? And once you compress your problem and focus on it, you can then see it for what it really is. And I did. Once I compressed and not depressed, I then understood, I'm making bad choices. I need to make better choices. But I had to be ready to do that, you see, because you can't just make good choices if you're in a bad place. So you've got to try and find that good place first. But it can take a bit of work to get there. But Ezekiel did it. And I know that you can do it too. So thank you, Psychedelic Voyager, for sharing that. I really appreciate if you've been alive, What a legend you are. And keep going, keep going. And guys, Psychedelic Voyager, let me just show you, because Ezekiel, I had to ring the Samaritans when I was in a time of crisis, I'm going to show you their number now. Here's the Samaritans, guys. Whatever you're facing, they're here to listen to you. Call free day or night on 116-123. Guys, take a screenshot of it, guys. If you ever need it, it's there, okay? If you're ever feeling alone, guys, or you ever feel like you're in a crisis, just ring them. Please ring them. Remember, the number is 116-123. Ring them, and I promise you, guys, they will be there for you. They really will. They're there 24/7, guys. And Ezekiel, I can only be here so much, but guys, I'm here for you too. You do believe you eventually will come around? I can't let this... Yeah, exactly. Do you know what? You got to learn to compress it, Once you compress it and try and learn what it's trying to show you, you can then overcome it, you see. But I know how hard it is, because I've been there. So, but I am here for you, So whenever you want to come in and chat, just drop us a comment, and I'm here for you, okay? I really am. Thank you for sharing that, though, Psychedelic Voyager. I really do appreciate you, What a legend you are. Is there a bad choice? There are bad choices that can be made, No, I promise you that's not a scam number. That is the Samaritans. That's off their videos on their channel on YouTube. I would never do such a thing. This is a mental health awareness week. I would not be messing around with people's mental health, messing around with things like that. So I am true. And I promise you guys, I am not here to mess you around. Only to help educate and to help you guys understand that there's loads of organizations out there, such as the Samaritans and Mind and other organizations that can help you with all your problems, You really can. There's so much help out there. We didn't even know about it. It's crazy. But yes, ring the Samaritans on 116123, day or night. Whenever you're in a crisis, guys, and you need to speak to someone, that's the number to ring. You're welcome, Psychedelic Voyager. You really are welcome, you know. You really are welcome. You know, I am the age of, yes, well, the human age is 37 this year, you see. And I've only just started to get my act together over the last about 5 years or so. You see, it's taken me a long time to be able to get back on top, but, you know, there was times where I literally thought today's the day I wasn't going to be here no more. And now I can look back at them, and instead of looking back at that memory and going, oh, no, you know, I'm living in that memory again. No, I look at it and think, do you know what? It pushes me forward. It pushes me forward to help keep giving back to you humans, because I've been there and I've felt it. And do you know what? That's the best help you can get, is from people that have been through it, you know. It really is. So thank you all for being in this live. Really appreciate you all. For those of you that just joined in, let me introduce myself. I am your friendly, interdimensional, extraterrestrial Ezekiel. Yes, and we're doing Mental Health Awareness Week today. So if you're struggling and you need someone to just watch and so you can listen to them, well, just come into this live, guys, and just listen. Yeah, you can just listen. You haven't got to interact. I can be here to help cheer you up and also give you a little bit of knowledge on some of the organizations like the Samaritans and Mind that can help you when you're in your times of struggle or crisis, you know. They really do. So we're going to be doing some charity work with the food bank soon as well, see? So that's really interesting. We're going to be helping battle hidden hunger in our communities, because Ezekiel knows how important it is for you humans to get a good diet. So we want to try and make sure that the food banks in our communities stay stocked with the delicious foods that's going to help you humans and your mental health, yes. Because it's all down to the food, guys, as well, see? I had to make good decisions and eat good food. Wisdom seekers, it's because I blinked so quickly you can't see it, you see. It's just too quick for you humans. Like I just went to the toilet, you didn't even see it, so quick. See, boom, boom, I'm back again. Ah, super quick. Yeah. Thank you, though, for being in the live, though, Wisdom. Really appreciate it, you know. Really appreciate all of you in the live. Thank you all so much. Everybody, please like the live, guys. Please, there's 21 people in this live. Please like the live, guys. Now let's help Ezekiel get pushed out on the algorithm so we can help give back to the community. Because I can talk, and talking is one of the most important keys to helping mental health, you know. It really is. Especially when it comes to how I dealt with my mental health, you know. Everybody's different, I suppose, but... right, so I'll share a bit. I hate it when people say, I'll be there for you. I need you to know why I feel that way. I need to know why I feel that way. Let me read that again. I hate when people say, I'll be there for you. I need to know why I feel that way. So so when people say that to you, you feel that way, that's called probably something that I've learned that's called a reaction. And that reaction is trying to show you something. So, I'll give you an example maybe. So, say for instance, sometimes Ezekiel eats up late doing all these live streams, and then the next day I might feel, you know, quite tired, you know? And then sometimes I might say something to someone because you know, they might have said something to me similar to that, and I might have reacted to it, you see? And the fact that I reacted to it then teaches me a lesson. I then think, oh, hold on, why did I feel that way about that word? Or those few sentences that were said? And then I'll sit with that and I ask myself, why? How do I feel like that? Why do I feel like that? Just acknowledging it. So instead of being depressed, we compress the situation. You get me? Depressed is when you don't compress. Compress the depress, and then you can get the solutions, you guys. I know it's not that easy, though. It takes a bit of practice. Because when you're in it, it's very hard to see out of it. I understand that, you know. It's like standing at the bottom of a mountain and someone's telling you, at the top of that mountain is where you're going to get better. So you've got to start getting up that mountain. And you think to yourself, That's a really big mountain. You're telling me I got to climb all the way to the top of that mountain until my mental health gets better. But you don't realize all the goals along the way to the top of the mountain, the achievements. There's loads. The little achievements, like getting up every day and just making the choice to do something good. You know, eating the right food, drinking the right stuff, you know, and not abusing yourself in such a way where substances are involved, you know? But I know that's a really hard one because the substances, you know, they're addictive, and that addictive nature of them, you know, we've got to remember we're only using them to help numb numb the pain from what is actually going on in the world, you know. So I really do understand because I come from those struggles, guys, you know. I really do. Okay, thank you all for being alive. What? Why? Why? Right, okay. Shani, I can't even say that. Okay, so yes. Everybody, I was not expecting that comment, see? So that last comment, I'm not too sure how it, does aliens play with Ouija boards? Yes, we do. But it's because we're trying to find out the hidden knowledge about this world, you see, because the spirits help us. How much did this guy spend on his mask? I spent quite a lot of money on this, right, you know? Quite a bit back in the day. What you do for a living? This is what I do. YouTube. I'm trying to anyway. Really am. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. Oh, sorry, because I didn't ignore you. I just didn't know what to say because you said unaliving yourself. So I was a little bit, wasn't expecting a comment like that. So I hope you accept my apology. I didn't really know how to react to it. You know, this is my first live on Mental Health Awareness Week. You know, so. But if you are going to go though, thank you for joining the live. I really do appreciate you, Shane. Thank you, Jester. I really appreciate that. No, I can't read your human minds, but I can read other alien minds. Yes, Salt. Great question, though. Great question, it really is. There are helplines, phone channels if you are seriously in the space. Yes, there are. You are. I wasn't sure if this was... Thank you, though. Yes, there are, you know. I'm going to show that right now. Thank you. Ezekiel loves you, you know, so here we go. I'm going to share with you the information. So whatever you're facing, Samaritans are here to listen. You can call day or night. It's free on 116-123. Okay, guys, take a screenshot of that, just in case you ever need it, you know. Be in your gallery. Whatever you're facing, guys, honestly, the Samaritans are here to help. So you can call free day or night on 116-123, okay? Remember, Ezekiel cares about you. I really do. But right in there, thank you for helping Ezekiel out with that then. I really helped. Thank you. Richard, thank you. It was nice to watch you. Thank you, Richard. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for being in the live. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you who tune into the live. Especially if you comment and subscribe, guys, because it helps us. It really does, you know. We want to do some good in this world, and we can only do it with the help of our subscribers. Pardon me, I just burped. You know, I literally can't do any of this without any of you, so thank you all. So I'm going to share some more of my personal experiences with you now. So once I overcame my substance addiction, I was accepting help, and I ended up getting housed temporarily for about a year and 6 months in a hotel. So I literally lived in a hotel for like a year and 6 months. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it taught me a lot about myself, and that's when I used that year and 6 months or year and a half to, actually reflect and think about all the bad things that, have gone on to then actually compress them to then become who I am today, to make the best choices I could. So, yeah, I mean, reaching out to the Samaritans was definitely the best decision I ever made, though. 100%. They were there for me, you know, as soon as I rang. You know, like I said, I couldn't talk the first time. I think it took me 3 times of ringing them to actually be able to speak, because I just didn't know what to say. I didn't know where to start, and they didn't force me or nothing. They just said, we're here to listen when you're ready, you know. So yeah, I really do thank the Samaritans for being there for Ezekiel. I really do. So, Shane, I hope that you're still in the live. Drop us a comment if you're still there, Shane. I hope that you're still here in the live with Ezekiel. Right then. So, okay. So anyone else have any more questions for Ezekiel, maybe? When I drink this coffee. Mental Health Awareness Week of Spiritual Awakening. Yes, Ezekiel is talking about his personal experiences. Yes, me. I'm Ezekiel. I'm talking about my personal experiences, you know. I'm putting it all out for you guys to know, because there are no secrets, you know. I love each and every single one of you, so I don't want to hide anything from you guys. What sound tones make alien music? That's very interesting, you know. So we aliens, we don't normally listen to music as such, but we do listen to some frequencies. So I can give you the number of that frequency if you wish, so you can play it. You can probably find it on Spotify, but the frequency is 639. Play that frequency, right? It is known as the miracle tone. Yes, the miracle tone is 639. You play that frequency, and it'll help bring the most amazing miracles in your life, because you help manifest them, you see. And that is what is so special about you humans, is that you're so divine. You have powers, the power to be able to change the entire fabric, a quantum fabric around us all right now, simply by your thoughts. Your thoughts come with human emotions. Your human emotions run through your chakras. And then once they run through your chakras, they come out of your body in a torus field. This torus field affects physical reality and the quantum field around us in such a way that if you were to be negative, it would affect it negatively. If you were to be positive, it would affect it positively. But also learning from the bad also teaches you the good. So bad always brings good. You have to have good or bad. Riding the wave, you see. There's an actual wave called a biowave that you humans and extraterrestrials go through. This biowave is like this. And some days we have good days and some days we have bad days. And then when we start making good choices, the wave never drops down as far, only ever coming back up to where you already are. And then when you make better choices again, the wave increases, it goes higher, never going down to the lower vibration, if you see. But this can only be achieved because we look at depression as a thing that we can medicate and stuff, but really we should decompress. And that is simply by taking the time to be able to sit there and recognize what problems are in front of us. Like Ezekiel was going through substance abuse, wasn't I? So, you know, I had to realize that there are better choices out there and that I had to want to do better. So yes, I had to make better choices. And by doing that, I had to look at the problem and turn it from depression to compression. And once I could compress that problem and look at it, and then I could figure out how I was going to deal with it. And it was simply just wanting to change. And changing is as simple, because all of you humans, right, all of you, you are all the actors, directors, and the script writers of our own lives. Yeah, so at any point, you can change how you act, you can change the script, and you can change everything in this movie that you call life. We just simply have to want to. But it's so hard to do that when you are so far into it. High vibrations cost cellular breakdown, this disease. Well, good, high vibrations are good, you know. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate it. I didn't realise you were in here. Didn't realise there's so many comments. Guys, I'm just trying to catch up. So the tones, yes, right in there. I'm trying to tease out your ancient. I can't quite land it. Terrible. It's hard to read in this mass. Sorry about that. My accent, yes, sorry. You're trying to figure out my accent, are you? Right in? Let me know what you think it is. Network, where can I find some? What are you after, network? Find some of what? Let me know in the comments. I'll answer you back. Protected by demons. If he was a black or brown alien, ice would be kicked down the door. Right, that, you know, is a sad realization, though, isn't it? But you get what I'm saying with that. There's so many crazy things in this world, you know, but today we're in a safe space to talk about good things, okay? So, right, what else have we got here? Yes, thank you, networks. Hertz 639, the miracle tone. There's some, okay, protected by demons. There's some mega red, right, okay, I ain't gonna read that one now. Hunty, thanks for caring about. It's a pleasure. You're very welcome. Thank you for commenting, Hunty. Let her kill by the vibes of junk politics, please. Yeah, we don't do politics here. We definitely don't. Frank, oh nice, a real Aiden. Thank you. I'm just gonna go back to the. Here we go. So networks. Yes, mental health awareness stream is using a real alien. It's called participating by my dude. Think my tiny question. French dialogue's amazing how that works. Thank you though for being in the live networks. I really do appreciate you. Right in all the American live. Oh, is it now? Yes, these low vibrations are healing. Yes, you are correct. They're protected by demons. Very right. Very interesting that. You already answered was about the music. Oh, thank you, network. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for subbing right in there. Really appreciate that. And Seth, hello. Thank you for being alive. And Honey Thompson, thank you for being in the live. I really appreciate it. You know, welcome to Spiritual Awakening. We're having a mental health awareness week, we are. Yes. We're talking about, well, I'm talking about some of my personal experiences, you know, putting all my heart out on my sleeve today. I did have a little bit of cry in my mask later on because I was getting a bit, you know, talking a bit about my personal self. So, you know, it can be quite a lot sometimes, like ripping off a Band-Aid, but it's good for Ezekiel, it really is. I'm thinking Dagenham or Wembley. What do you mean by that? I'm not too sure. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna drink some more of this lovely coffee. Yes. Ezekiel will be having to go soon because I'm gonna have some food, you see. So, right then, guys, we've got 26 people in this live right now. If you all like the live, Ezekiel would really appreciate that, you know. I really would. I can't believe how many people we had in here. I'm really impressed, you know. Thank you all. Ezekiel really is appreciative of all the humans he speaks to on his channel here. I really do appreciate you all, you know. So Ezekiel's probably going to be having some food in a bit. And I've been trying to make sure that I don't eat junk food. I was very close to eating junk food on Uber Eats last night, you know, but I then decided not to. Fireboy $1.99. Okay. It'd be really appreciative if you could send me that. You know, it will go to charity, you know. It will go to helping feed the food banks. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a live stream on that at some point, you know. A live stream for our charity work we're going to be doing. That'd be most impressive, wouldn't it, guys? Because you'd be able to see exactly where the money's going then. Yes, bye. JRR. I don't know what that means. Tiv Bismillah. In the name of God, that means. In the name of God. Yes. I am doing God's work, so you could call it. I just want to make it through the day for any words of wisdom. Any words of wisdom? Do you know what? I think the best I can do right now, Henny Thompson, is just say that, do you know what? You are loved. You really are. And how special each and every single one of you are because you're called divine. And you humans don't realize how divine you actually are. To see the thoughts that humans create in their heads, yes, are actually very powerful things, you see. And when we think positively, it can change the entire quantum fabric of this world around us, you see. It's very clever stuff. And the more that we can, instead of being depressed, we can compress our problems like this. And we look at our problems and we think, what can this problem teach me? And some days, like today when I got up, I was feeling very tired and groggy, but I know if I keep eating good for the next few days, I then wake up good. So eating really good food always helps. So yeah, eat something really, really delicious and healthy. And I promise the next day your body will be thanking you for it, you know. I think that's probably some of the best advice I can give you is good food. And if you need to speak to somebody, the Samaritans are always there for you. So you can ring them day or night, anytime. And the Samaritans are there. All you got to ring is the number 116 123. So ring the Samaritans. If you ever need help in a crisis, that is. So someone's telling me to go away in the comments. Look, this alien, Snowpiercer, look within, God, not outward. Yes, look within, exactly. So our problems, which Ezekiel is calling a depress, when it's depressed, you get depressed, and the problem is depressed. But what we must do is compress the problem. And by doing so, you compress it, you can actually see it for what it is, and we can learn a lesson from it. Yes? Once bitten, twice shy. Have you ever heard of that one before, guys? Because I kept making the same mistakes, expecting different results, you see. Oh, honey, I can imagine Ezekiel has never had that experience, you know, but I can imagine that that must be quite a heart-moving thing to happen, you know. I feel for you, and, you know, I'm sorry for the loss there. I really am, you know. I can imagine you being quite upset about it, haven't you? Would you like a cup of coffee with Ezekiel? Here we go, honey. Here's a cup of coffee if you like. I just top it up a bit more now and you can have this one. Another new neat bell. 639 hertz note. The bell. AC/DC. I'd made for the song Hell's Bells is also quite near that tone. Wow. It's funny actually because everything that we're taught about all these things is actually, when we flip it around the other way, it shows you the truth. Because we get told that these low frequencies aren't good, but they're actually very healing. It really is. All frequencies can be healing. It just depends how the mind interprets them, you know. Okay, so here we go, honey. Here's your coffee. There we go. I hope that you enjoy this coffee, you know, honey. Appreciate you being in the live. Darth Viper, hello. I hope you enjoy this coffee now, honey. I think there was like 2 sugars in it though, so. Waste not, what not, hey? I can't believe how many people we've had in this live as well. I'm really amazed. Thank you all. Oh, very nice, you know. Most interesting. So I'm going to talk about some of my own personal experiences again now. So we've spoken about when I was in a crisis and I rang the Samaritans when I didn't think I had anyone to speak to. And we talked about the substance abuse when I was at a rehab and I had to use basically my own free will to try and stop doing that substance, which I did, stop doing it. And then I had to accept more help by reaching out to other organizations such as Mind, you know, and then I ended up seeing the doctor and all amazing things happened, you know, but I just kept telling everyone I just wanted someone to listen to me, you know. So the best antidepressant for Ezekiel was to speak, you know? I think I'm going to call my priest. Thanks for listening. Not a problem, honey. I really appreciate you being on the live. Thank you. What a legend. Have you ever eaten cat food? Edward, I have not, no, but I can't say I never will because, you know, Ezekiel will pretty much do anything like that. It's quite funny, see? Oh, man, honey, I've been there. My heart is with you. Yes, writing there, all of our hearts are with you because we're building a community here at Spiritual Awakening, you see. And in this community, all of you matter. You really do. I wouldn't be here without you guys in this live, see? I've called the mental health centre. No, out there. Did you call the Samaritans? When did you ring that number? Honey. Is it the Samaritans that you need help with, or is there something else that you need help with that I can probably help guide you to? Another organisation. Well, this is the same cup as the other one, isn't it? Drink some water and stay hydrated too. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to share some more of my experiences anyway. So, this one time I slept in a car, and it was parked on the beach, and the wind was blowing that bad. I thought at one point the car was going to lift off the floor, you know, and I was trying to sleep on the back seat so no one could see me, and it was in a car park on the side of the beach, and that was probably one of the most uncomfortable nights that I've ever had, to be honest. I always remember that. I remembered how cold I was, you know. And you wouldn't think that the wind could get you inside a little car, but it did. It literally did. It literally did. You know, and living in the woods, when I lived in the woods, that was really interesting. I had a couple of human friends that come and joined Ezekiel, you see. I found that quite interesting, living in the woods. It was fun. Oh, pardon, Ezekiel. Sorry. Oh, days. I do apologise, guys. Whew. Oh, that stinks. Good job, you can't smell it, guys. Anyway. Right then, so guys, for those of you who just joined us live, let me introduce myself. I'm your friendly, interdimensional, extraterrestrial Ezekiel. Yes, in this Spiritual Awakening, we're doing a Mental Health Awareness Week, we are. Right then, does anyone have any questions for Ezekiel? Put them down below. And if so, please like the live, guys. It's free, and you can also subscribe as well, which is free. Ah, how amazing is that? It really helps show Ezekiel that you care. It does. Because without your input, guys, there is no Ezekiel on here. You know? There really is no Ezekiel without you guys. The only reason why Ezekiel is here is to help you guys. You help me, I help you. Yes, it goes in a circle for us. There's love in this circle, you know. So yes, if you all subscribe, you'll all be a part of the original OGs. Yeah, got quite a few of them now, some OGs, so original OGs. So when it blow up, you will be the original OGs on the channel, you know. And I will remember you. So yes, okay, so guys, I may talk a little bit more about depression. So depression, there's all different forms of it though, right guys, right? But when we are depressed, it's out here, it's a problem. So when we compress the problem like this, and we give time to be able to look at it, to learn a lesson from it, to feel it, to then, instead of reacting, yes, we compress it and learn a lesson from it. What is this problem trying to teach Ezekiel? Where can I move forward positively from this now? You know? But it is very hard to be able to make good decisions whilst under the influence of substances, you know? So, pickle mug, skull mug, water, flask. Yes. I know, we've got quite a few mugs and things here. Got to stay hydrated and awake, you know? So yeah, thank you all for being in this mental health awareness video on my live today. We're going to keep carrying it on until the end of the week, see? Why are my hands blue and not grey? Well, you know, that's simply because I am not actually an alien. I'm not going to try and pull the wool over your eyes, you know. I'm just here to help you guys. But it's a good question, though. I do think that's a good question. Got to ask these things, haven't you, you know? So yeah, so B Tools, welcome to Ezekiel's Live. For those of you that are just joining, let Ezekiel introduce himself. I feel so rude sometimes because there's so many of you come in and I don't do it. So here we go, guys. I am your friendly, interdimensional, extraterrestrial Ezekiel. Yes, welcome to the live, guys. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here in the live. It really is. It really is, guys. We can do a little dance. But, you know, I can't show you all my moves, because if I did, you might take them. But anyway, so we're doing a mental health awareness week on spiritual awakening, you see. Teaching people how to take depression and compress it. When we look at our depression, depending on what it is, it could be substances, it could be all sorts of problems, you know. When we take that depression problem and compress it, yes, and take a look at it, and sit there with it, and feel it, we can then make a better choice. Once we make a better choice, it no longer exists. It is quite simple, you know. But there are all different people having different problems. Therefore, each and every single one of you is unique when it comes to those problems, you see. But we can all overcome them all, you see. Especially if we do it together. With the help of each other. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it. It is a pretty cool one, isn't it? I might have to get a new one soon because it is going by here and here. So I might have to get a new one for when I got to wear a suit and for special occasions, you know. If that ever happens. Apparently it's going to. Ezekiel wants to go all the way to the top of this so I can use this channel to do good in the world, you see. Yes, wait till you see all the charity stuff we're going to be doing. So guys, we've got 25 people in this live and there's not many of you talking. So come on, all start chatting in the live, guys. What do you want to ask Ezekiel? Do you want to ask a personal question about my own mental health and how I overcome my mental health? Okay, so guys, does anyone like spaghetti bolognese? That's Ezekiel's favorite food. Darth Viper, I would ask how foes and alien know so much about human emotions and mind, but knowing extraterrestrials are known for taking and studying humans in their spacecraft. I don't think I need to. Right, that's quite interesting, you know, because if you think about it, humans study animals, you see. Yes, you understand? But we don't this particular breed of aliens don't do such a thing, you see. We don't do that. We're very kind, and we only want to help you humans evolve spiritually, you see. Yes, to realize how divine and how perfect you all are. You're all amazing people. Very good question, though. So right in there, when passing through dimensions, is there a dimension identifier in order to ascertain which universe you are in? That's a really good question. I like the way you put ascertain as well. This person understands their English. Well done. Yes, so when passing through different dimensions, we do use technologies to do such things, you know. So there's one of those technologies behind me here. This is the artifact. This artifact cube with the hieroglyphs on it, that holds the technology to be able to do such things, you know. But it has no buttons. We can just turn it on with our minds. Yes. Hunty, I've been working with my doctor and they've helped my physical health get better. That's helped a lot mentally. That's amazing to hear, Hunty. That really is. That really is. I'm so happy to hear that, you know. Well done. Well done. You know, see, just going to see the doctor can really help as well, you know. Really can. Well done for getting help. Really proud of you for that, Hunty. Really am, you know. Well done. Uh, uh, so Echo, mind coming to the US to say hi to my grandmother. She's obsessed with aliens. Oh, do you know what? I would love to do such a thing. If Ezekiel could be able to pay to do that, I really would, you know. But it might be a little bit cheaper to just show her my live, maybe, and I could just say hello. I'd be really interested in doing that. Thank you, Echo. I don't think that's a good idea, knowing how do as people treat aliens. Well, yes, you know, the men in black do try and get Ezekiel every now and then, but it's only a bit of play, you know, it's only messing around. James Bond, hello, it's a pleasure to have you. But Echo, though, well done, though, really. And Hunty, well done, I really do like that, you know. Fair play, we've got some really good, cool humans in here today. Got your head switched on, fair play. And people are actually opening up as well to Ezekiel, so thank you, you know, it can be quite a hard thing to do. So, you know, afterwards, make sure that you treat yourself to some good food and go and see a friend or talk to a family member, you know. Remember there are people there for you. And guys, make sure to remember, if you need help in a crisis, to ring the Samaritans. Ring the Samaritans on 116 123, and they will be there for you day and night, you see. They were there for Ezekiel. I was wondering in my mental health and was fired for reporting patient abuse to the ADA. Wow, that's really, really interesting, you know. I actually got fired from my job, you know, because of substances. You know, so mine's a little bit different there, but yeah, I can understand that just losing the job alone is going to cause the mental health, isn't it, you know? And how I would look at that would possibly be that, you know, maybe if you were to compress that depression because of it, you know, compress it instead of depress, compress that problem and take a good look at it and say, do you know what? Now I've lost my job. What else could I do? Because, like example, the job that I was in when I lost it, I wasn't happy in that job. And now I get to do this. And this, I get to help the world. So my job right now is to do my passion. My passion is to help others. And I'm pretty sure that you can all feel that too, you know? So, yeah. So, yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, when you start searching for a new job, you're going to get an even better one. That's basically how manifestation works anyway, you know. When you look at it that way, instead of seeing it as the problem, you see it as the cure. It's trying to show you that maybe that job wasn't right for you, you know. But yeah, you did the right thing though, you know, and they come down hard on you by the looks of it. It's not fair, is it? But that's how this society is working and structured at the moment, and that's why Ezekiel's trying to make changes here. Right, okay, we got to catch up with the comments. How do you procreate just like you humans? That's how we do it. Hierophanic. How do I breathe? Through my nostrils and my mouth. Thank you, good question though. LP, oh hello LPV, afternoon. I work with behavioral health as an addictions counselor. Wow, that's really impressive, you know. See, I went through I guess you can call it a rehab in my local community, and you know, there wasn't much help other than talking for the substance that I was abusing, you know. But then, you know, talking with someone on a weekly basis, and I think it was a few times a week, helped Ezekiel be able to, you know, be in the right mind to stop those substances. So, yeah, thank you for doing the work that you do. You're an incredible human. Thank you. Maybe you would like to share some experiences. I mean, I know you probably you can't do that, but I mean, some personal ones. Maybe how, you know, is there a secret source that you use to help others? I'd really be able to love to understand a little bit more about it, you know. I need a hair transplant, and you are right, you know. So, for those of you that just joined in, let me introduce myself. I'm your friendly, interdimensional, extraterrestrial Ezekiel. And this week on Spiritual Awakening, we're doing a mental health awareness week, you know, because people don't talk about it, guys. And I really want to talk about my experiences, you know. I've been sharing them. I really have. You know, I'm literally ripping the band-aids off. And, you know, I had a little bit of a cry under this mask earlier on, but I feel a lot better for sharing with you guys my personal experiences, with the substance abuse and homelessness that I went through. Let me just catch up with the comments again. Sorry, I'm talking a bit too much, so I can't catch up. So, Gamble sounds like they knew about the abuse, but they just don't bother. Yeah, I guess you're probably right there, because HR tend to cover everything up in businesses, don't they? Gavin Moore, I witnessed a staff member slap and hold down a patient, a clear ADA violation. I'm only sad for those ones trying to get help. I just wasn't. Yeah, do you know what? You did the right thing, though, You really did. Incredible person. Gavin Moore, you're incredible. Thank you. Thank you. I ate too many. Really? Shank Hunt? Shank Hunt? Oh, that sounds a bit rude, that does, doesn't it? What planet am I from? I cannot jeopardize my planet, unfortunately, because the men in black will come find me, see, and they tend to treat Ezekiel a bit rough. So, I'm just catching up with the comments again, guys. I do apologise, guys. I will read them. So, we can explain this quick. Unsub223, how come you have eyelids but don't blink? I'm blinking so quick you just can't see it. Gavin Moore, I'm trying to get back on my feet. I thought I was going to do the right thing. I'm a recovering drug addict and just enjoyed helping others. That's the thing, you see, because when I was an addict and I was trying to recover, I was trying to fix other people. But you see, I couldn't do such thing until I fixed my own problems, you see. And that was by taking my depression problems and compressing them and seeing them for what they really were. So yeah, well done. And I'm happy for you that you are recovering and you're in recovery and you're doing so well. Well done. I appreciate that. I really do. What an amazing human you are, Gavin. You are. And a fine example to everybody else as well. Well done. So right in there. I need to bounce. I really appreciate. Thank you, right in there. It's quite remarkable, Ezekiel. I wish you the best. You have I will have a merch store at some point. Thank you. Yes. Do you know what? I would love to do some stuff like that. Do you know what? You've probably just put a really good idea in my head. Thank you, right in there, and thank you for coming into the live and commenting and liking the live and everything that you've done. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you, right in there. LPB. That's a lot of talk about. I can give specific details on clients, I know that, yeah, but I can talk generally. I find a lot of times that it's more than talking to people, but being genuine in your interaction. Yes, of course, because being genuine is so important, especially if you've been through those things yourself. Others can see and feel way better as soon as they start speaking to someone who's also been through it. I found that personally myself, So going through the problems and struggles and becoming a person who works in those areas, I think is so important, because so many people have gone through these problems and probably should end up working in that system where they can help others when they have helped themselves. It's most important, see. Let's help ourselves first. Thank you, that was really good. LPB. And lots of people need more support. I help people find homes. That's amazing. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Apply for benefits and really make a difference in their recovery. Wow. That is amazing. Do you know what? I'm going to give you a round of applause for that. LPB, what a legend you are. Thank you for being in this live. I hope that you can share this live on some of your social media platforms so that we can take this further, so that we can help other people. Because I'm not a professional, yes, and I will make mistakes, and I'm honest when I come to making mistakes, but I don't know everything. But one thing I do know is that I want to help others. So that is my goal, to help others through these mental health awareness lives that we're doing this week. So thank you, LPB. Really appreciate that. I'm trying to catch up with all these lovely comments. Have a good day. Thank you, Doug. Sofian, hello. Aline, how do we compress depression, please? Okay. So, example, my depression was losing my job. Okay, like someone else, Garrett. I think it was someone in the comments was saying just a minute ago as well. I do apologize, the name. So basically, this is through my own experience anyway. Okay, so when I lost my job, I reacted. I did more substances, I drank, I did terrible things. So instead of me taking the time to be able to see the problem, yes, that depression was a problem, yes? So then, instead of seeing it as just a problem called depressed, in the state of depression, that's what I was in, yes? The problem must be compressed. And what I mean by compressed is, instead of searching outside for answers, yeah, answers around us, you must search inside. And the only way you can do that is by taking depression and compress it, yes, until you get it small enough that then you can look at it for what it really is and learn the lesson from it. It was trying to teach me a lesson. And the lesson was that I was not happy in the job anyway. And now, after I've recovered, after it has taken me a long while to get here, mind, now I do the job that I really wished I could do, and that was doing what I'm doing now. Content creating and helping others. I want to help others, I really do. I'm not perfect though, guys. I'm going to get things wrong. And I'm going to say things that I probably shouldn't say. But it's okay. Because this is a safe space for all of us to talk and say whatever we like, as long as... Thank you, Luke, for joining the live. Moderators here. No problem. You're welcome, Gavin. Yes, Gavin Moore. What an amazing, remarkable human you are. Thank you for being in the live, guys. Yes, and thank you for sharing as well, Gavin. Really appreciate it. I hope you subscribe, Gav. I'd love to see you here again. I really would. What inspiration. Darth Piper, hello again. LPB, thanks. I didn't know you were talking about mental health in here, but I'm glad I popped in. Yes, we're literally doing... This is a mental health awareness week. So this live is literally called Mental Health Awareness. So yes, thank you. I'm going to read the rest of your questions. Yeah, popped in. Really important. You doing good work by... Yes, by being so open with your experiences. I think that's the most important thing, you know. But being able to open up, right, and then being able to understand that some of these emotions that are going to come through when I open up, like ripping off that Band-Aid, is very important. I must feel them. But I must feel them and accept them and make sure that they're compressed and not depressed. You see, it's very important to compress and not depress. That's where humans do very well, and us aliens, when we depress our problems. So yeah, loads to learn, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to learn some stuff from you as well, LPV, hopefully. Thank you. Oh, Luke, thank you for gifting the memberships. Thank you. Really appreciate it, Luke. Thank you very much. Oh, that then. So just found this stream. Love me some mental health advice from Gleek Globe, the never blinking. Yes, the Gleek Globe. Let me... Do you know, I feel so rude sometimes because so many people come in and I haven't introduced myself. So guys, let me just quickly introduce myself. I am your friendly, interdimensional, extraterrestrial, Ezekiel. Yes, and this week on Spiritual Awakening, we're doing a mental health awareness. Yes, your mental health matters. You matter. Every single one of you humans matter. Yes, Ezekiel cares, and Ezekiel loves each and every single one of you. So guys, if you have something you would like to share with us in this safe space where we can chat about anything you want, to be honest, or you can talk about your experiences, or you can just listen, because I'll do all the talking. Right, let's get back to the comments. Sorry if I've missed anyone. I do apologise. Morning, Mark. Morning. Ah, right then, Mark. I was just, we're talking about all these subjects for Mental Health Awareness Week, you see. That's what we're doing on the channel this week, Mental Health Awareness Week. I've been talking about some of my personal experiences when I was addicted to substances, when I was substance abusing, and I was homeless. And I was talking about my journey along the way, how I spoke with the Samaritans in my time of crisis. I rang them because I was not in a safe space. So I rang them, and I'm going to show you the number right now, actually. Thank you, though, Mark. Here we go, guys. And this isn't fake. This is real, guys. I wouldn't be messing around with your mental health and doing fake stuff. So whatever you're facing, they're here to listen to you, guys. You can call free day or night on 116-123. Yes, that's 116-123. You can call free day or night, guys. The Samaritans are there for you. I promise you that, guys. They really are. They were there for Ezekiel when I was in my crisis, And I wouldn't be here without them, guys. I really wouldn't. Ezekiel would not be here without them. That's how important it is, guys. It's important to know that there is help and people do care. They really do, Like Ezekiel cares. I really do. So, here we go, Mark. I'll read your comment. It's very much impossible to shift ADHD, and from experiences, people who don't have it or ever had any problems don't get it. I've had people say it's an excuse to me. Now, you see, because all of you humans are so individual and different, just like fingerprints, yeah? You all have different things going on in your lives. And, like Mark was saying there, ADHD, I think that I actually suffer with the ADHD myself. I get fixated on things and constantly, I'm not going to talk too much about the ADHD symptoms and stuff, but yeah, I found that myself as I got older. When I understood what ADHD was, I could see the traits in my life. And once I actually understood it, I could then start, making positive changes. Though, but great question. That's great comment though, Mark. Thank you. Right in there, just popping back in right quick. If you have international calling and want to call this number, you want to do 0044 and provide the number he's sharing. If you go to the site, they have 1-800 number. Thank you so much, right in there. Really do appreciate that. What a legend you are for sharing that. Thank you. Funny Rob, my apologies for using the wrong name. Your name, my friend Gleep Glop from Flog 7. Yes, the planet number is spelled with an M. The galactic rep misspelled it on the phone. That is actually pretty funny though. Thank you, Rob. Yes, the Galactic Federation do get spelling wrong sometimes, don't they? It's quite funny. But they don't like it themselves. They get quite angry sometimes. How long am I staying for live? Well, I'm not too sure, to be honest. How long do you think I should stay, Luke? We're getting quite a lot of people coming in. Right, and if not after the comma. Yes. Thank you, though, right in there. Really appreciate that. Okay, I think it probably should be going soon, to be honest, because I need to go and eat some food. It really helps Ezekiel when he eats some good, nutritious food, Right then, should Ezekiel stay in the live a little bit longer, or should I go and eat some delicious food now? What do you think, guys? Yeah, I've done 86 minutes. It's not that long. Thank you, Masquerade. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I hope you all like the live and subscribe, please. This week, we're doing a mental health awareness week at Spiritual Awakening. Yes, Ezekiel, I'm sharing some of my personal experiences with substance abuse, my addiction, yes, and my homelessness. I was homeless for quite a while, some years, Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. What a legend you are. Thank you very much. For those of you that just join in, let me introduce myself. I'm your friendly, interdimensional, extraterrestrial Ezekiel. And this week on Spiritual Awakening, we are doing a mental health awareness week. Yes, you matter. Each and every single one of you individuals matter. You are so divine and full of power. You have no idea. This is why I'm trying to teach you guys that you have divine power, and therefore you can change the quantum field around you just by your thoughts. Good thoughts equal a good reality around you. Negative thoughts equals negative realities. But we've got to remember there's things to learn from the negatives as well, the yin and the yang. Really interesting. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I'm probably going to go now. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. And yes, Ezekiel cares about you very, very much. I love each and every single one of you. Oh, I got another question. I'd like to remind everybody who of working age, always call your company's benefit rep to see what kind of coverage you have for mental health services. You never know You never know how affordable it can be. Yes, that is right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you, Mark. Really appreciate you being alive here as well, Thank you. So yes, guys, I'm probably going to be going live here again tomorrow. I will be going live tomorrow again because we're going to do every single day for a mental health week. So thank you all. Appreciate you all. Love to you all. Goodbye.